But that's the over 5.5 for Houston. Will start to Iowa State. Iowa State was coming off 11-3, 7-2 season. They did lose in the Big 12 championship game, 45-19. But they did win the Pop-Tart Bowl against Miami, the U, 42-41. They returned 14 starters, 9 on offense, 5 on defense, namely Rocco Beck, the quarterback, who went 271 to 456, 3,505 yards, 59.4% completion percentage, 25 touchdowns to 9 interceptions, 318 yards on the ground, and 8 more total on the ground as well, 8 more total touchdowns. They returned Carson Hansen, a running back, who went 151 carries, 752 yards, 5 a carry, 13 touchdowns. Abu Sama, another running back, who had 124 carries, 587 yards, 4.7 a carry, and 2 touchdowns. And they bring back all 5 of their linemen from that last season. So that's huge for Iowa State. They bring back Gabe Burkle, a tight end, 26 catches, 296 yards, and a touchdown. Now, defensively, they bring back Jeremiah Cooper, a cornerback, who had 48 total tackles, 30 solos, 8 pass breakups, and 2 interceptions. Cooper Ibel, a linebacker, who had 69 total tackles, 32 solos, and a sack. Jontez Williams, a cornerback, who had 46 total tackles, 23 solos, 5 pass breakups, and 4 interceptions. Now, they do lose 2 big pieces of their offense. Their main 2 pass catchers, and they both went to the same NFL team, which is funny enough, but they lost Jalen Noel, wide receiver, with 80 catches, 1,194 yards, and 8 touchdowns, going to the Texans, and Jaden Higgins, wide receiver, with 87 catches, 1,183 yards, and 9 touchdowns, going to the Texans. They lost Miles Purchase, trying to make the Chargers, the cornerback, who had 35 total tackles, 22 solos, 6 pass breakups, an interception, and a fumble recovery. Bray Frailer, a defensive back, who had 84 total tackles, 46 solos, 4 pass breakups, and 2 interceptions. Malik Vernon, a safety, who had 75 total tackles, 34 solos, a sack, 5 pass breakups, an interception, and a forced fumble, trying to make the Falcons. J.R. Singleton, a defensive lineman, who had 32 total tackles, 10 solos, 4 sacks, pass breakup, and a forced fumble, trying to make the Seahawks. They were 57th in overall recruiting class, 59th in transfers. Matt Campbell's another guy who's going to try to build his program with the players that he recruited. They bring in, however, Xavier Townsend, a transfer wide receiver, who had 10 catches for 69 yards and a touchdown last year, but his 2023 season had 33 catches, 325 yards, and 3 touchdowns, coming over from UCF. Chase Sewell, a receiver I really like from ECU, East Carolina, 34 catches, 678 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And Tomada McDonough, a transfer edge rusher from Yale, with 27 total tackles, 22 solos, 6.5 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles, trying to bolster up the Iowa State, who's normally a really elite Big 12 defense. So trying to help bolster that. They were 39th in total offense, 51st in total defense, 39th in passing, 70th in rushing, tied 41st in scoring offense, 1st in passing defense, 109th in rushing defense, and 41st in scoring defense. So got to bolster up that run defense this upcoming season. I remember the Texas Tech game, Taj Brooks was a problem, but Taj Brooks is a problem for normally everybody. But we can get into the schedule. First game, we have Kansas State in Dublin, Ireland. I have this as a loss. South Dakota at home, that's a win. Iowa at home, that's a win. At Arkansas State is a win. At home against Arizona is a win. On the road against Cincy is a win. On the road against Colorado is a win. At home against BYU, I have as a win. At home against Arizona State, I have as a win. On the road against TCU, I have as a loss. And then I have them winning at home against Kansas and on the road against Oklahoma State to end the season as a win. Going 10-2, 7-2, and having another 10-game win season. Another really good season in the Big 12. Iowa State is showing that they are one of the powers in the Big 12. And that's the over 7.5 win total for Iowa State. We will move on to
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.